Hey guys, it's Aislinn, and in today's video, we're going to be going through my hair growth journey. It has been 1 year exactly. I'm literally filming this on August 16th, which is 1 year from the day I last bleached my roots, which is insane. I wasn't planning on going a full year of bleaching my roots, but we're going to get into all of that. I have pictures throughout the timeline of the grow out. The reason I wanted to make a separate video talking about my hair growth journey throughout the past year is because when I decided to grow out my hair, I watched so many of these videos, and it was kind of harder to find videos of people growing out their color versus people shaving their head and then letting their hair grow for a year. When I would search like hair growth 1 year, it would always be like people who had shaved their head and was just letting it grow out. So I wanted to make this video showing you guys the process of growing out your hair for a year, also the things I did to aid in my hair growing out faster, ways that it makes it easier to grow out your hair, just things I learned throughout the past year, and showing the stages month to month of the grow out and how much it had grown with each month. So the first thing I want to mention is when I bleached my hair 1 year ago exactly, I did not know it was going to be the last time I bleached my hair for a whole year. I was not planning on stopping bleaching my roots at that point. After I had bleached my roots, I decided I was going to wait and give my hair a rest until the Billie Eilish concert, which was in March. I was originally only planning on letting it grow out for like 6.5 months, from August 16th until like the beginning of March. And then February rolled around and I was like, you know what? I don't think I'm going to bleach my roots. I think I want to go a full year. So I just randomly decided, you know what? I'm just going to wait a full year, give my hair even more time to grow out and heal. So that's what I decided to do. It was kind of an impulse decision. I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to wait a year. Like, why not? 6 months wasn't long enough for me. I liked seeing my natural hair grow out. And so I was like, I'm going to wait a whole year. And that's what I did. So now I'm going to talk about what I did during that year to help my hair grow or just make it in better condition, how I noticed my hair changing in the past year, and just things I did to kind of like help it heal and grow out. So I was taking these biotin vitamins. I was taking these long before I decided to grow out my hair for the next year. I will leave a link to these in the description down below. This is just biotin made with coconut oil. It's 5,000 mcg. It comes with 120 veggie soft gels. So I've been taking these for well over a year now. I've probably been taking them for 2 years, but I never stopped taking these throughout the process of my hair growing out. And I don't think it makes your hair grow faster, but I do think it helps with the integrity of your new hair that's growing out. People want their hair to grow like 2 inches in a month, and your hair averages like 1/2 inch a month. And I don't think there's any way you're going to be able to grow your hair 2 inches in a month. If that was possible, you would see a lot more people with really long hair. So I did take these. My hair up here is so soft and so shiny. It's so healthy and it's so thick. It's insane how much thicker my hair is now than it was before. I've always had pretty thick hair, but I've never been able to appreciate it or notice it because I always just bleached my hair and I had a lot of breakage. So now that I've gone a year growing all of this out, it's crazy to see my natural color, see my original hair wave pattern come back, and just see how thick, shiny, healthy my hair is up here. I also love my natural hair color. I thought my natural color was a little bit different than this, but I love this color so much. I think it's such a pretty light brown color. It's just gorgeous. I would be happy with all of my hair being this color, but unfortunately it takes years and years and years to grow out your hair, and I definitely don't have the patience or the time to let my natural hair grow all the way out. Maybe if I wasn't doing YouTube, I would be able to do it. I did a lot of treatments throughout the past year. I used deep conditioning treatments. I used Olaplex conditioner. I just used so many different masks to help heal my hair. Every time I wash my hair, I use a deep conditioning treatment. I don't ever just use regular conditioner. I don't necessarily think that helps with the regrowth or anything, but it definitely helps like heal the rest of the blonde I have left over, and it also helps like make sure that this hair that's growing in is going to maintain its integrity and make sure it's very healthy and shiny and soft and smooth. So vitamins and deep conditioning treatments are 2 things that I did. I also cut my hair throughout the process. Not that long ago, I did cut quite a bit of length off of my hair. I also want to mention, throughout the past year, even though I have not bleached any of this hair down here, it has continuously broken off. Like even now I'm still seeing spots that are shorter. So obviously once you damage your hair past a certain point, it will continue to just break up the hair shaft until it meets a point where it can't break anymore. So a lot of my hair has broken off to where my natural hair grows because my hair is so healthy right here. The hair stops splitting when it gets to like a point where it's super healthy. So I've noticed that all the breakage I have stops before my new growth. I have not found any pieces of new growth that are short or broken. It's all grown out, and the only breakage I have is like in this area. On this side of my head specifically, I have a lot more breakage because I did more bleach and stuff on this side of my head than this side. This side is very thick and healthy. I really don't have any breakage over here. But over on this side, I have so much breakage. I have pieces that are shorter underneath here. It honestly doesn't matter where I section off my hair at. There's breakage all over. Like literally, look at this, right in the middle of my hair. I have breakage that's like up to here. So I have noticed my hair does continue to break off throughout the past year, even though I'm not bleaching it anymore. My hair was just so extremely damaged. It's still breaking off, which is fine with me. I knew what I did back in the day by bleaching it so many times. I knew the consequences of my own actions, and I'm fine with it, which is why I'm fine with bleaching my hair a lot. I have noticed a lot of things change about my hair since I've grown it out. My hair dries so much faster than it used to. Like I used to take a shower and my hair would be wet that whole day. I would go to sleep. I would wake up the next morning and still have damp spots in my hair from how damaged my hair was. It would just like hold on to the moisture that was in my hair and would not dry. Whereas now, 30 minutes after I get out of the shower, like all of my regrowth has dried and my ends are almost dry. So my hair dries so much faster after getting out of the shower. It's so much easier to brush through. When I pull my hair back into a ponytail, when I feel the base up here, it is so much thicker than it used to be. Like the root area of my hair where all of this has grown out is so thick up there. Like I mentioned, I do have naturally wavy hair, and when I over process my hair, it just becomes kind of mushy, and that curl pattern doesn't really exist anymore. So it's insane to see my natural wave come back, especially up on this top section when my hair is wet after I get out of the shower. As it dries, I can feel like this S pattern in my hair. I always just take my hand and like run it against the back of my head to feel that pattern, and it's just like cool knowing my hair has healed and regenerated and it's fine, you know? Like over processing your hair, it's fine. It grows back. Your hair becomes healthy and brand new again. As you guys noticed, one thing I did to help the grow out is bleach these front two pieces. That was probably the best decision I made throughout this hair growing out journey. If you're thinking about growing out your hair, I highly recommend just doing a couple money pieces. You don't have to do the same thickness as I did because I did take some chunky pieces here. But if you just do like a little face framing as the rest of your hair grows out, it really makes you feel better about the process. It makes you feel like you're not just letting your hair grow out and you're not upkeeping it, or it looks like you just haven't gotten your hair done in a while. It makes it look a little bit more intentional. So I'm very, very glad I decided to do that. The only reasons I lasted growing out my hair is because a lot of you guys told me I wouldn't be able to do it. And I'm the type of person, if you tell me I can't, I'll show you I can. So I was like, okay, bet. Like every time I felt like I wanted to bleach my roots, I was like, I remembered the people saying I couldn't do it. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna prove them wrong. And then the other reason I did it is because of these front pieces made the process so much easier. Like when I look straight, it almost looks like I just have all blonde hair. And then when I turn my head to the side or down, you see that I have a lot of regrowth. So doing fun colors was still possible, and I was still able to do so many fun colors on my hair throughout the grow out process. These money pieces saved my life, and I highly recommend doing them if you are growing out your hair. Now let's go through the pictures and the time frame in bleaching my hair and showing you guys how my roots grew out during this process. So your hair does grow 1/2 inch a month, so that's an average of 6 inches per year, which I feel like I am right on par with the statistics of 6 inches in a year. Some people's hair grows a little bit quicker, some people a little bit slower, but I feel like mine is very, very average with 1/2 inch a month. As you can see, I have about 6 inches of regrowth. So here is the very first day of bleaching my roots. This is August 16th. 1 year ago exactly, day 0 of bleaching my roots. At the time of this video, I did have a couple tape-in pieces in my hair because my hair was just so broken off and brittle. So this next picture is October 28th. Unfortunately, I did not have any pictures for the month of September and most of the month of October. This is the only picture I have. During that time, you don't really notice your roots that much. Like, I just bleached them in August, so throughout the month of September and October, there wasn't really much regrowth, so there wasn't much to document. But here is October 28th. You can see at the very top of my head, you're starting to see those roots grow out. I have about like 1 inch, I would say, of regrowth at the top of my head here. This color is also beautiful. Love this color. So here is a video of my regrowth. This is December 15th. So this picture is January 16th. So 1 month after the last video. So it's been 5 months total of regrowth. You would think growing out your roots for 5 months, you would have like this amount of regrowth, but no, it's very slow in the first like 8 months, I would say. Here is the same month. This is January 25th. So just around 10 days after the last picture I showed you guys. This I posted on Instagram. I just said I want to bleach my roots so bad, but I won't. Only 6.5 more months to go until I can bleach them. 6.5 months later, here I am, and I am ready to bleach them. So here is February 16th. This is exactly 6 months after I bleached my roots. So the root area is starting to grow out a lot more. This next picture is February 28th, so just around 10 days after that last picture. But this is when I really started to notice how healthy my roots were. When your roots are only grown out about this much, it's kind of hard to feel the difference in the thickness between here and down here. But as I started to grow out, I started to notice when I would hold my hair up for these pictures, how thick the base of my hair was compared to the ends of my hair. So this picture is March 16th, which is 7 months exactly from bleaching my roots. Here, I posted this on Instagram, and it's exactly what I was just talking about. You can tell how thick my roots are at the base versus all of my breakage. So this was my original date to bleach my roots. So at this point, I had fully intended on bleaching all of my roots for the Billie Eilish concert so I could have fresh, bleached neon rainbow hair, but I decided not to and to go a full year. But this was originally my date of bleaching my roots. So you can see this is how much roots I would have had to touch up if I would have stopped the process 7 months in. So here is April 6th. So it's almost 8 months. We're 10 days until the 8-month mark. This is when I really started to notice my regrowth coming in. The months before that, I didn't feel like it was that obvious. It was taking forever. But from this point forward, I saw an acceleration of my hair growth and I started to notice it even more. So this is May 1st. As you can see, like I said, the progress is accelerating. I mean, look how much my regrowth has grown in at this point. Okay, well, my son is here, so he's gonna help me go through this timeline. This picture I have is exactly 9 months since I bleached my roots. So this is May 16th, so 9 months exactly. So this next picture is May 20th, so it's only 4 days after the last picture, but I wanted to show you my hair braided so you can see. You can't see any of the blonde anymore. So when I would braid my hair, all of the blonde was now in the braids and it was all my natural hair color, and I loved seeing my natural hair color. Here is another picture. This is May 29th, so it's 9 days after that braided picture. So I just wanted to show you guys on Instagram how much my hair had grown out. I could now fully put my hair up in a bun or a ponytail without any of the blonde showing. So when my hair was pulled up, it was all my natural, which that was a huge moment for me in my brain. I was like, oh my gosh, my hair has grown out so much I can wear it in a ponytail and you can't see any of the blonde. It was like mind-blowing for me. So this picture is June 6th. So you can see it has grown out quite a bit in these pictures. Okay, so this picture is June 13th, almost 10 months exactly. I just loved taking pictures of my hair outside in the natural sunlight to see what my natural color was, and I started to appreciate my natural color a lot more. I feel like from 10 months on, so like the past 3 or 4 months, I started appreciating my natural color. and I just think it's so pretty. It's such like a beautiful, warm, light brown shade, and I really like it. This next picture is July 11th, so almost 11 months. I had one more month to go, so this was just last month. You can see it has grown out a bunch here, like almost halfway. So this next picture is July 28th, so this was only like 3 weeks ago or so. You can see when my hair is just down naturally how far it's grown out. It's insane. Again, this picture, I was just like appreciating my color inside. It's so pretty. Same day, July 28th, just showing you guys how much my hair has grown out and how pretty my natural color is. I would take pictures like this all the time, or take little videos of my hair in the sunlight just to see what it looks like, so that way I can remember what it looks like when I go back to bleaching my roots. I wanted to have these little videos so I could be like, oh yeah, that's what my natural hair color is. Like, how pretty is it? It's gorgeous. And that brings us to today. So the last picture I took was July 28th, and now let's do a little hair growth update, shall we? Okay, so here is my hair 1 year. So I would say that's about 6 inches. It's grown out to about here, which is crazy. If you look at how much hair I have left, it's about halfway grown out. I have half my natural color, half blonde on the ends. So yeah, it's grown out significantly in the last month. I feel like the longer my roots grow out, the more I don't notice it. And then when I go to look at it, I'm like, oh my gosh. Like once it gets to this point, I don't really notice like half an inch to an inch more of regrowth. It kind of just all looks the same. So I haven't been holding it up, but when I hold it up, it really makes me notice how much it's grown out, and like, wow, holy crap, I made it to 1 year. Look at that. Let me turn around and show you what my hair looks like from all the different angles, because obviously it looks different from the back than from the front. Here's the back of my head, and you guys can see like they have grown out so much, and I hope you guys can tell how thick it is like up here versus like the ends of my hair. It's just like so thick and healthy up here at the root area, like right here. It's just so thick compared to my ends. And here is this side of my head. And obviously if I section my hair at different points, the grow out length is different. So if I section it like down here, you can see my my regrowth pretty much took over like this whole portion of my head. There's just like a couple inches on the tip here, but yeah, it's gorgeous and I love my natural color. I'm so happy I did this. I'll give you guys a close-up of my natural color. Obviously this is in like beauty lighting, so it looks a lot different indoors than it does outdoors. It also looks very different depending on what lighting we're in. If we're in like fluorescent, warm lighting, cool lighting, sunshine. But here it is, and I love it. I think it's gorgeous, and maybe one day I'll grow it all out. Probably not, but if I ever change career paths and stop YouTube, I will probably grow out my natural color. I know a lot of you guys are wondering when I'm gonna bleach it. I plan on bleaching it in September sometime. I don't know if that's the beginning of September, the end of September, I'm not really sure. The month of September, which is my birth month, is the month I'm aiming for. So I'm not gonna bleach it today or anything. I am gonna go actually past a year by like a month maybe. So yeah, that is all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for coming along this journey with me of growing out my hair. Don't forget to check out my Instagram. The link to that is in the description down below. I post way more of my everyday life on there. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I love you guys so much. And until next time, guys, stay weird. Bye.